Hello, Jill Schlesinger. It's a do 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 do. Let's have a little coffee. Boo!
Reporting in Port Clinton. For a look at state news anytime, visit ONNradio.com. I'm Daniel Barnett on the Ohio News Network.
Live and local conversation for the Ohio Valley continues shortly, here on the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
With all of the stress and distractions of the last year, you may have neglected going to the dentist. Well, now is the time to make an appointment. because delaying dental care can be detrimental for your oral health and your overall health. Dentists have always practiced stringent infection control standards, and over the last year, they've taken additional new precautions to ensure dental patients are protected. When you make your appointment, ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association, so you know that you are being treated by the very best. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care. These ODA member dentists are bound by the highest ethical standards and have access to superior ongoing education, training, and resources. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
Technology can be challenging for business leaders, but Omni Strategic Technologies enables your business to perform without limits. They're the only IT company the watchdog trusts. Omni offers IT managed services, cybersecurity and advisory solutions, backup and disaster recovery, and can handle all your hardware needs. If your business is faced with any technology challenges, the answer is simple. Call Omni Strategic Technologies at 304-242-7600 or visit them at www.omniperforms.com.
Wheeling Coin and Hobby on 10th Street in Wheeling, next to the Bridge Tavern in downtown Wheeling, wants to buy any and all unwanted gold and silver jewelry. They are paying top dollar for 10, 14, 18, and 22 karat gold plus 925 sterling silver. They also want to buy collectible coins and paper money from before 1933. Wheeling Coin and Hobby is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Coin and Hobby, 304-232-8430, and add them on Facebook.
Attorney Tom McIntyre.
Life. It may knock you down, but you don't have to say that way. I'm Tom McIntyre. I'm a bankruptcy attorney, and I'm here to help you. Give us a call, and we'll send you a copy of my free book, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. It's an interesting read, and it'll explain bankruptcy to you like no other book does. Give us a call. We're here to help.
Call Thomas E. McIntyre and Associates at 304-232-8600. Allow us to help put you back on the road to financial success.
Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I grab you a Coors Light?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Huh. I never knew there was a zip line in my fridge. Hey! Hey, buddy! Yeah! You got 2 Coors Lights up there?
You got it! Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go, 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure, I mean, you being a mountain climber and all.
Yep.
You probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah!
Ask him if he has any nachos.
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes sense. It is the Rockies.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Tuesday. Mix of clouds and sunshine, a daytime high near 75. Overnight low, rather chilly, 49 degrees under clear skies. You'll see plenty of sunshine around. Just a few clouds for your Wednesday, with highs in the mid to upper 70s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
All right, listen up, you guys. Morning. It's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
I am loving the sound of your voice.
Good morning, sunshine.
Crank up the radio.
You all ready for the big show? Happy Tuesday, everybody.
And action.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey, guys. You ready to let the dogs out?
All right, let's do this.
Yes, we are ready to let the dogs out.
Well, what are we waiting for?
It's showtime.
Conversations you care about from people you know. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe, celebrating the 100 days of summer.
Oh, it's a very summery kind of morning this morning. Going to be a summery kind of day today. Very pleasant is in store. We're looking at 57 degrees, clear skies at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport, 58 degrees. Nice and sunny outside my home studios here in the Elm Grove section of Wheeling. Temperature's going to hit around 74 or so. That's almost Goldilocks temp as far as I'm concerned. We might see a little bit of fog floating around this morning. I don't see any right now, but some places may see that. According to Zach over at the Big 7, going to be sunshine during the morning, maybe a partly cloudy afternoon. All in all, a nice-looking day today, so be prepared. 7:12 in the morning, dozen after the hour, as we kick off on a Tuesday. Biff, I was going to start with fun. Literally, the story I had was fun. And then I heard, it was in my head, but then I heard the story on ABC, and I thought, I got to at least take a minute, take a deep breath and a sigh and a shake of my head. I thought the pandemic was winding down. We all were taking our masks off. We're going to be out, begin to get back somewhat to normal. And I guess, sadly, maybe this is normal. But did you catch the story out of Georgia this morning? A supermarket cashier was killed over a face mask argument. I thought we were done with this stuff. I thought we've gotten through it. We made it through the year with America shut down. We made it through all the everything is, a conspiracy. I thought we at least got the Facebook behind us, the face mask behind us. And maybe we're still focusing on the vaccines. They magnetize us and the spoons jump out at us and so on. But I thought we were past the face mask stuff. But we were not. Decatur, Georgia, yesterday. According to the sheriff, there was some confrontation, some argument, the sheriff says, I'm not exactly sure what, but it had to do with the wearing of masks, at which time the subject pulled out a weapon and shot and killed the cashier. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says preliminary information indicates the customer got into an argument with the cashier over a face mask, left the store, didn't buy anything, just got angry, fought over the face mask, left the store, then came back in the store with a gun and fatally shot the female cashier. Biff, I thought we were done with this stuff. I never could understand it, but I thought at least it had kind of faded away now. This fighting over masks? Killing over masks?
Well, it still exists in some parts of the country, sadly.
There was a reserve deputy on hand at this store. He was working security. He exchanged gunfire with the victim, or with the man, not the victim, with the suspect. The sheriff's reserve deputy and the man who shot, both were wounded. A second cashier was grazed by a bullet. The guy's name, Victor Lee Tucker Jr., 30 years old. He was the guy who brought the gun in and shot and killed the cashier. So the cashier shot and killed. Second cashier was grazed by a bullet. Mr. Tucker himself and the reserve deputy both were wounded. Why? Because the store policy was wear a mask, and he said, I'm not wearing a mask. You can't make me wear a mask. God help us. And that's not just a venting. I mean, literally, God, please help us. Help us get around and get away from this kind of stuff. It's a mask. I mean, I feel like I'm repeating the soapbox comments I made 6 months ago. It's just a mask. Is it worth shooting and killing someone over? I don't know what the guy's going to be charged with, but he's going to be charged with some form of murder, manslaughter, something.
And whatever.
He's not going to spend, 2 weeks in the pokey and do community service. He's going to end up spending serious jail time. He shot and killed someone.
And whatever they charge him with, if indeed they do find him guilty, he's got to sit there and think, was it really worth it to spend whatever if they charge him? I mean, say he does get sent to jail for the whatever period of time. and you're sitting there every day knowing that you killed someone, and you got to think to yourself, was it really worth it now?
So I couldn't wear them, in order that I could make my statement about I'm a free man and I don't have to wear a mask when you can't make me wear a mask. For what? I don't know what he's buying. For 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the store? You wouldn't wear the mask for 5 or 10 minutes in the store, and now you're going to spend some significant time in jail. I can't see. It's early in the investigation. One never knows what's liable to happen, but it sounds to me like it's a pretty cut and dried story. He's going to spend some time there being jail. And you're right, baby. He's got to sit and say, man, if I just put the mask on for 5 minutes. Of course, you know what? The problem is the minds of some of these people are so screwed up,
warped,
is that he'll sit in jail and blame the system and blame the libtards or blame the health officers or blame the governor or blame somebody for abusing his rights. In his own mind, he'll probably consider himself to be a martyr. I'm a hero. I stood up for the rights of men and women to not have to wear a mask. Put the damn mask on, for God's sake. And I thought I wouldn't have to say that anymore. I thought we were past it. Even that goofy Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, yesterday, she is from Georgia, might have something to do with it. Even she apologized yesterday. She recently compared members of Congress on the House floor being required to wear masks. She recently compared that to the Holocaust. Now, stop for a minute and consider the Holocaust. The systemic, pre-planned, horrific elimination or attempted elimination of an entire race of people and the elimination of many Jews in gas chambers. That's the Holocaust to the millions. And she had compared that to you got to wear a face mask on the floor of Congress. Now, yesterday, Marjorie Taylor Greene held a brief press gathering, and she said that she had gone to, and I guess I give her a little bit of credit for this. Somebody on her staff probably said to do it, but pardon me. She had gone to the Holocaust Museum earlier in the day, and she said, quote, I'm truly sorry for offending people with my remarks about the Holocaust. There is no comparison, and there never will be. Well, duh. Well, duh. She went on to talk about the Holocaust. She said that previously, she had said that she thought Nancy Pelosi's requirement that everybody wear a mask in the Democratic-controlled Senate, quote, takes you back to a time in history where people were told to wear a gold star, put in trains, and taken to gas chambers in Nazi Germany. This, I'm quoting Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is exactly the type of abuse that Nancy Pelosi is talking about. Yeah. Nancy Pelosi was talking about putting you in trains and taking you to a gas chamber. Maybe laughing gas would be a good idea. She might need a little laughing, but anyway, and I suspect there's sincerity in this apology of Marjorie Taylor Greene, because I don't think you could possibly go to the Holocaust Museum. But I think you and I have talked about this before. There are certain comparisons that you just can't make because they're not out there. There's nothing that compares to the Holocaust.
Right. I mean, don't make the comparison in the first place, and we're not at this point.
And I think some people that make those comparisons don't understand really what happened in the Holocaust. And I suspect Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't think she's the brightest bulb in the pack. You know what I'm saying? And so probably she didn't have a real full understanding of the Holocaust. She went to the Holocaust Museum. She sees all these pictures. She sees all the videos. She sees all of the stories. And it hits her. Oh. Yeah, no, that's not what Nancy Pelosi is doing to us. Sometimes it requires being smacked in the face with something to understand, how serious it is or was. So anyways, I give her credit. Marjorie Taylor Greene yesterday says, I'm sorry. It's a bad analogy. Holocaust was really bad. I don't like what Nancy Pelosi is doing, but she ain't shipping us on trains to our death.
Just a simple word for just don't make the comparison. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
And most of the time the comparisons are made by people who truly do not understand, don't really remember. You'll often see people make some kind of a comparison to the Holocaust, and I'm not referring to Marjorie Taylor Greene or the face mask in particular, but you'll often see people making a comparison to the Holocaust. And then they have a chance, for example, maybe to meet Holocaust survivors who tell them what it was like. And then they go, oh, I get it now. Anyway, one person dead in Georgia because he was asked to wear a mask. I ain't wearing no mask. I repeat what I said a minute or two ago. God help us. Just God help us. 7:23 after the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. We are up. We are running. If you want to reflect on what I just had to say, if you want to offer thoughts on any other subject, you can do that. 304-214-1600, 304-214-1600. That is the Watchdog Radio Network text line. Text to that number, and I will share your comments with the large throng of folks eagerly awaiting hearing what you have to say here on the Watchdog audience. Some other things coming up today. The Ohio GOP Senate threw a surprise item into their budget yesterday. They want to make it tougher for the poor to get food stamps. And, for example, they are requiring the poor to basically sell any assets they have and get rid of their savings. But you've been saving money? We can't have that. You can't have food stamps. It's unbelievable. The Ohio Capitol Journal does a detailed story on this. I'll get to that coming up later on. Governor Justice in West Virginia, apparently, according to a Phil Kabler story, is planning to appoint a highly political operative to the board of West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Now, not just someone that leans to the left or leans to the right. This is one of the most, I don't want to use the word radical, but aggressively conservative, beyond conservative operatives in the state. A guy whose name even the general public knows, and all of us who follow politics know, and he's from the local area originally, by the way. It's Greg Thomas, and he apparently is going to be appointed to the Board of Public Broadcasting. What the hell business has he got on the Board of Public Broadcasting? What the hell business does any political operative have on the Board of Public Broadcasting? And certainly one as aggressive as Greg Thomas. We'll talk about that coming up a bit later on. There already is some pushback on this in Charleston. Kanawha County judge has sided with the unions in West Virginia in a Paycheck Payroll Act lawsuit. We'll talk with Brad McElhenney about that this morning. Capitol Hill Democrats are gearing up for major investigations into how the Trump Justice Department tried to politicize the DOJ for Trump's personal political benefit. The FBI has warned lawmakers the online QAnon conspiracy theorists may once again be planning acts of violence in real life. We'll talk about these stories and more with Tom Squitieri from our national correspondent team. He'll be updating us in the DC Digest. All of this coming up on the Watchdog Morning Show. It is 7:26. A couple of stories. I was going to start the show with a fun story, literally a story about fun. And then I got off on the masks. So I think I'll switch back and maybe lighten the load. A little bit of fun talk. Although, actually, when you look at the list and see where West Virginia is, it's not very funny for us. But we'll talk about the most fun states in America coming up next on the Watchdog Morning Show.
Hi, this is Hoppy Kercheval. Join me weekdays at 10:06, right after the Watchdog Morning Show.
Hey, Biff. I didn't get a contract written yesterday. It's my fault, but I need to get those vaccine spots I sent you, the thing I sent you yesterday. I need to get one of those in every hour. It probably is not on the logs. I didn't get a contract done, but I need to get one an hour. So if you can just throw them in, it would be very helpful. And I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
My little girl hurt her foot and needed a doctor fast, but her physician wasn't available, and I wanted her seen as soon as possible. Then I remembered the Wheeling Hospital Urgent Care, right in downtown Wheeling at the Stone Center on Market Plaza. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day, the center is ideal if you have a sudden sickness or injury. The doctors and nurses were great, and they also provided x-rays, a pharmacy, and lab draw station. No appointments needed, and convenient parking is nearby. Wheeling Hospital Urgent Care. They'll take good care of you.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
We can stop the spread of COVID with the COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine has been researched and tested. The vaccine is safe and it works. All West Virginians age 12 and older can get a COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine is free and it's available at clinics and pharmacies across West Virginia. Find a vaccine location near you. Visit vaccine.wv.gov today to get your free COVID-19 vaccine. Community immunity begins with you.
Miss a part of the show? Want to hear a segment again? Check out our podcast page at watchdognetwork.com. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
7:30 in the morning on the Watchdog Morning Show. 57 degrees at the airport, 58 here at my home studios. It's nice and sunny outside. And it's going to be that way at least for the morning, maybe partly cloudy during the day. Don't look for any rain today, though. Zach coming up in about 10 minutes or so with the full forecast, in-depth and in detail. Traffic note for you. Starting around 9 o'clock this morning, ODOT, the Ohio Department of Transportation, is going to begin rolling roadblocks on I-470s east of the I-70 interchange, all right? because they're going to be doing some work on the I-470 bridge. So the rolling roadblocks will be going on for about a week or so, and it'll be weekdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. There could be traffic delays. Scratch that. Roll back the tape. There will be traffic delays. So rolling roadblocks by ODOT, 470, 2 miles east of the I-70 interchange for bridge work. It does begin today, and it'll be from 9 to 2, and it's going to happen for several days in a row, all this week and probably next week. So please be prepared for that. Wallet Hub is that group that sends, I get this almost every day, they send this list. They analyze the states across the country by all different kinds of things, what states are good for retirement, what states are good for young people, what states have the most, 4-H activities. So today they've done a look at the most fun states in America. The most fun states in America. Now, how do they define a fun state? They look at 26 different categories: the weather, fairs, parks, fitness centers, whether there are beaches or beautiful scenery. Also take a look at restaurants, bars, those kinds of things. All of these things go together, 26 different categories, determining the most fun state in America. Biffy, you want to guess what number 1 is? And I will tell you right now, it's not West Virginia. What's the most fun state in America?
Florida.
Florida's 2. You're pretty close. Florida's number 2. We have to go to the other coast and the other sunny state, California.
Yeah.
For the most fun state. Don't they have pot in California, don't they?
I think they do.
That may be why they get the little edge up on Florida. I'm not sure. I'm not saying. I don't know. But the most fun state is California, followed by Florida. You're right. And then, if you like to gamble,
Nevada.
Nevada comes in next. Yep. Head up to the Big Apple. New York is next. Illinois, Chicago, that toddling down. Illinois comes in right about halfway in the top 10. Colorado, again, some pot. Washington State, Texas, the most fun state. Minnesota, and Pennsylvania. I know we have some Pennsylvanians who listen to the show. And do you consider Pennsylvania a fun state?
I consider it a long state to drive through. I know that.
I mean, it's got amusement parks. It's got Hershey Park and got a lot of amusement parks up in the Pittsburgh area, I guess. It's got amusement parks.
Ski resorts.
What's that?
Ski resorts.
Yeah, ski resorts. In the individual cities, a lot of nice bars and restaurants, and that's part of it. So, all right, it's number 10. Number 10. Now, want to go to the bottom 10. Guess who's dead last in fun?
West Virginia.
Yeah, Mississippi couldn't even help us. They came in number 9. We're number 10. West Virginia, the least fun state in all of America. Every other state is more fun than we are. Again, maybe we should at least get the marijuana stuff going, because maybe that would help pop us up a little bit. I don't know. Number 10, West Virginia. Let's run down from number. Let's see. Let me start the final 10. Kansas, Kentucky, Connecticut, Alabama, Vermont. I did a week in Vermont as a little vacation a few years ago. It's actually kind of a really nice place.
I wouldn't think it'd be that bad.
Yeah, I would not have put that in the bottom part of the fun. I mean, it's a quieter state. It's a disparate state. You don't have a lot of big metropolitan areas, but there's some nice little restaurants and different. I don't know. That one seems weird to me. In the bottom 10, Rhode Island, Arkansas, Delaware. Our good friend Mississippi comes in number 9, and dead last, West Virginia, the least fun state in all of America. So, wherever you go, you'll have more fun. Yes. And our legislators are wondering, why are people leaving the state? I could give you a long list, but Maybe it is because we're the least fun state in America. We're just a grumpy old state. And I think other folks are realizing it. All right, 7:36, 24 till the hour, Watchdog Morning Show. Coming up later on, Brad McElhinney and I will talk about a couple of state stories in West Virginia. Going to get into this story out of the Ohio Capital Journal about cracking down on those evil, lazy, poor people. Just makes me want to scream. I'll share that with you. And I don't very often agree with the Republican legislatures, and certainly not with Governor DeSantis in Florida. But I'm okay with legislation that DeSantis signed yesterday. We'll talk about that coming up in a bit as well. Before we talk about anything else, why don't we bring some news in here, and we'll do that from our friends of the Big Seven. Mr. DeFabio is on duty. He's got the morning sports update for you, and then Zach and I will kick around the morning forecast. Welcome to the Watchdog Morning Show for a Tuesday. Hope your day is going as delightful as ours is here at my home studio and at the Robinson Studios where Biff is hanging out. 7:37, 23 to the hour, and 57 degrees at the airport.
The WTRF Channel 7 News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Now it's
Four degrees. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go. 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure, I mean, you being a mountain climber and all.
Yep.
You probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah!
Ask him if he has any nachos. nachos?
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes sense. It is the Rockies.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Paint? No, Paramount isn't just paint. It's the #1 paint in overall interior hide and stain resistance, providing the most advanced protection in just one coat. And now you can get that same outstanding protection with our new Paramount One Coat White. This first-of-its-kind one-coat ready mix white provides a beautiful white finish. You'll find Paramount paint exclusively at Menards. In third-party tests, interior paint claims versus super premium home center brands in eggshell sheen.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Savings or mail-in rebate. See store for details.
Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands is the perfect place to relax after a long day. Happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Get $2 off appetizers, $3 off domestic drafts, and house wine specials. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA. Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands with another steal of a deal. Get a steak burger and fries all day Monday for only $8.99. It's also Military Mondays. The Lube will take 25% off for all veterans, active duty military, and first responders. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA.
Introducing our new redesigned 7 News app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video. To get the new WTRF 7 News app, just update the latest version or download the WTRF 7 News app in your Apple or Google Play Store by searching WTRF.
Follow us on Facebook for the latest news, show updates, podcasts, alerts, and live video streams from the Valley's only network dedicated to local, community-driven talk radio, The Watchdog.
Live and local for the Ohio Valley, the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
Looking nice outside. I see sunshine, blue skies beaming down outside in my studio. Will it stay that way? We'll check in right now with Zach Petty from the Big 7. Is it going to stay this way, Zach? Looks great outside right now.
Oh, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm looking at our 8-box traffic cams throughout Ohio County. Not a cloud in the sky, just gorgeous conditions. And for about, let's say, 70% of us, it'll stay this way. But as you head farther south of I-70, looks like towards Monroe, Tyler, Wetzel, over towards Morgantown, looks like if you're listening in down there, you have the best bet to see any pop-up showers or an isolated thunderstorm as we head further into the afternoon. But most of us will stay partly cloudy. Wall-to-wall sunshine right now, maybe a couple more clouds building in closer to lunch and into the afternoon. But just another gorgeous day. We certainly, I was talking to Brother Biff here just a moment ago. We earned it. We earned the sunshine, especially after going 7 out of the last 9 days having measurable precipitation at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport.
And it's going to be almost Goldilocks temperature today. 72 is my perfect temperature, and we're right there, close to it today.
Yeah, we'll be within a degree tomorrow. I have 73 with wall-to-wall sunshine, not even a little cloud in the sky tomorrow. I'm saying wall-to-wall. It's going to be bright blue skies, abundant sunshine. You'll hear it first. I'll probably break out the fair weather tie tomorrow.
We'll be eagerly looking for the fair weather tie. 74 today, which is perfectly okay. So a couple of good days here in store. And I don't think they're going to be quite as muggy, right? They've been muggy. We've had a lot of mugginess lately.
Oh, yeah, no, the cold front that swept through yesterday bringing some of those rounds of severe thunderstorms and pretty heavy downpours for some areas. That actually brought in a much drier air mass as well. We will be very comfortable in terms of dew points and mugginess today, tomorrow, Thursday, even extending on into the Father's Day weekend, and we shouldn't be seeing too much in terms of mugginess anytime soon. Hopefully, I'd like to stay that way through the summer, but it's summer. It's bound to happen and it's bound to return. But let's just enjoy the next 3 days of low mugginess. I'll enjoy that for sure.
And it looks like we're relatively, I stress relatively, rain-free up until we hit the weekend when we might get a little bit of rain, right?
Yeah, it looks like tomorrow and Thursday, wall-to-wall sunshine, high pressure builds in, but then that'll actually start to kind of fade its way out as we head into the beginning of the Father's Day weekend. But the latter half of Friday should maybe see a shower or two develop, a little bit more rainy as we head into Saturday. But still, we'll get back into more seasonal weather. Low 80s is where we should be seeing as we head into astronomical summer on Sunday, June 20th. A lot of things to remember that June 20th is. It's West Virginia Day. It's Father's Day. The first day of summer. And then it's the first drawing for the Do It for Baby Dog initiative.
It's right. It's exactly right. And of all of those, I'm looking for the drawing because I'm hoping to win the $1 million.
Hey, just remember to share with your favorite weatherman. He's always been the most accurate in favorites. I do stress the favorite.
I got you. I will share with. If I get $1 million, I'll share with everybody. You know, like Oprah. You get $1. You get $1. You get $1.
I like that. And hey, I was able to get my car registered and get my West Virginia license yesterday after a whole bunch of hocus pocus and hoopla yesterday. Oh, I was so ready to drink whenever I got home from the DMV yesterday. Oh my goodness, what a headache it was.
But you got it taken care of?
I did after we got so long story short, I'll share it with you just to get it off my chest because I talked to my parents and my girlfriend about it yesterday. It was like, oh my goodness, the frustration. I had not a temporary because that's what they were trying to tell me. It was a Pennsylvania updated paper copy of my license because we changed addresses. So it was like a change of address license that was still valid. It was still an actual license, but it wasn't the hard plastic. And the only issue that they were trying to tell me was, this is only a temporary. I'm like, no, this is a valid one. It literally says right here, line number 1 under their change of address valid license thing. I had to go through 2 supervisors to get them to approve this. And they were originally going to say, oh, we can't get you a new license. And I would have had to drive all the way back to Western PA to go to the DMV while trying to work the morning shift. Oh, it was going to be a headache, but I had to go through 2 supervisors and finally was able to get it. A lot of stress, a lot of hassle, a lot of anxiety because I stress out about almost anything under the sun. But got it taken care of, and I'm going to register for Do It for Baby Dog today.
So you get when you get to register, Do It for Baby Dog. There are all different kinds of prizes. You can choose all of them and have whatever is your choice if you win. But are you going to sign up for all of the prizes?
What are honestly, Howard?
Well, you got the $1 million drawing. You have you have a couple of each week there will be 2 pickup trucks. Each week there will be well, you've graduated, right? So and you're probably too old for the scholarships. There's a lifetime hunting and fishing license. There's a shotgun and a rifle that are available. And you can choose one or any of them, and whatever you would get if you were to win. I made a mistake, and I didn't realize this, Biff. When I did that, I kind of said, "Oh, I'll take almost anything." I wanted the money primarily. The shotguns. You know, I don't hunt or fish, so I wasn't looking for a hunting and fishing license. What I didn't realize though was, if you win one, you're out of action for the others. Whereas if you get the gun, then you can't get the money. So I'd rather keep my money options open all the time. I wish I had just signed up for the money because that's what I want is the $1 million.
I can go for a truck. That'd be kind of sweet.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind that either. And these are, as I understand it, pretty high-end pickup trucks. So that would be kind of cool too. Thing to keep in mind. Everybody keep this in mind. You will have to pay taxes on all of this. And I went and I read the Do It for Baby Dog website. It's buried deep inside the website where it points out you're responsible for all the taxes. Now, if you win the money, it's no big deal. You win $1 million, so you've got cash. So whatever you got to pay, you can pay it from your winnings. But if you get the truck, it becomes an income to you, an asset to you. You're going to have to pay taxes on that. I'm not sure that everybody who gets the truck is going to be able to have the cash to pay those taxes. And I think that's something people haven't stopped to think about.
Do you have any idea, like ballpark, Howard, how much? Any idea ballpark? I'm just curious. I haven't gone on the website yet, but I was just curious if you knew ballparking
for
the truck.
Cost of
if
the
you
truck.
had to pay the. Yeah,
I don't, because it says I forget how I phrase it, a high-end make and model, but it doesn't specifically say what that high-end make and model is. Because I actually went to look that up. I was curious, how much is this truck going to be worth? Or are these trucks going to be worth? I think it's 2 a week every week they do. I think I'm right about that. So, but they don't say exactly. They say high-end make and model, but they don't tell us exactly what. So I can't figure that out. I tried to, but I can't.
No, good point. Good lesson. Good idea to keep an eye out for. I'll have to read that, check that out whenever I go sign up later today.
You know, I think people just often forget that we're all excited about getting a prize, but you forget.
Nothing is free.
It's the same thing as people play on game shows on TV, You win a new car, and now you've got another $50,000 of assets you're going to have to pay taxes on,
Yeah.
People don't stop to think about that, so. But good luck to you. Not as good luck as to me, but good luck to you too.
Thanks, Howard.
And actually, there's $1 million. I still don't quite figure. If you go to the Do It for Baby Dog website, they list 7 drawings, 7 weekly drawings.
Okay.
$1 million a week. The last week, there's going to be an additional $1 million. I think I have this right. An additional $1 million drawing. And an additional $1,588,000 drawing.
Jeez.
So, on the 7th drawing, there's even more. I don't know. I don't know what Baby Dog's doing. All I know is I'd like to win something. Anything. I'd pay the taxes. I just want to win something. I never win anything.
I got you. Well, best of luck.
All right, Zach, but I've won
a
a good weather day today, and that's a good start.
Yep, you got that, and you'll win one again tomorrow.
Sounds good. 58 degrees at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport, 58 here at my home studio, sunny in both places, so I like the sounds of that. All right, well, have yourself a great day. Glad you did not have to go back to Pennsylvania to get the issue resolved. Sorry you had to go through the... So did you ask him, by the way? Did you go like, I want to speak to your supervisor? Did you do that kind of thing?
Twice.
I love it.
Because it was like a help me understand. Oh, geez.
Yeah. I don't think you can help me enough. I better talk to somebody above you. Give me your supervisor, please. I love it. All right, Zach, have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Bye.
6 before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. I know I've pushed this tax thing a lot, Vivi, but and I'm the only person I think who's been talking about this. I even mentioned it on a Hoppy show, and he just went, never thought about that. Yeah, you probably pay taxes. But I'm thinking to myself, Kirchhoff can afford to pay the taxes.
Well, then maybe that's why he just kind of went, whatever.
Yeah, it was like, oh, well, okay, no big deal. But I would think a lot of people who maybe picked the pickup truck as their option, and if they were to win the pickup truck, I would think there might be I know I'm stereotyping, and maybe that's terrible of me, but I would think a lot of them wouldn't have the cash available to pay the taxes on the truck. Again, if you win the cash, then if you win the cash, you win cash, so you just take some out of your winnings and you pay your taxes, and you don't have as much for yourself, but you pay the taxes. But if you win, the pickup truck, you got to pay the taxes on it, or any of the other prizes as well. But the pickup truck is where I think the big tax liability would come in. You win the guns, those things too. But I don't hear anybody talking about the tax liability on that.
So you could win the million, and then right there go, okay, take out whatever in taxes, and whatever's left, you could take with you.
Right. So if you win the cash, I mean, it's disappointing. You think you're getting $1 million, and you only get, I don't know what the taxes would be, but you only get $750,000 because the taxes will come out. But at least you have the cash to pay the taxes on the $1 million, because you're getting cash as a prize, so you can use that to pay your taxes. But you can't pay your truck taxes with a truck, right? You hear this, well, you don't hear a lot about it, but if you read deeply on television game shows, there are a lot of people who win these, whether it's Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right, you win a new car, as whatever the guy's name is who does the announcing, a new car. People end up having to sell the car to pay the taxes. I got a new car. I want a car. The price is right. Yay, yay, yay. Here's your car. Here's your keys. Here's your tax bill. Oh, you can't pay that. Sell the car. And that has happened on game shows. Like when Oprah, I made the joke about Oprah earlier. When Oprah, years ago, gave everybody in the audience a new car. Remember? You get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Well, that's just great. But also, you get a tax bill, and you get a tax bill, and you get a tax bill. You got to pay taxes. We all know, Biff, there's only two things certain in life. Benjamin Franklin said it a long time ago.
Death and taxes.
Bing, bing, that's it. Death and taxes. That's all we know for sure. Everything else is like, let's see what happens today. But you got death coming sometime, and the tax man cometh. If I may quote the name of a play. All right, 7:57, 3 before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. We'll talk with Tom Scudieri after the top of the hour news about all the latest things happening in the nation's capital, our regular Tuesday visit with our national correspondent, Brad McElhenney, coming up in the final hour of the show. A couple of things happening in Charleston of interest. Kanawha County judge ruled in favor of the unions in the Paycheck Protection Act. This is the bill recently passed that said if you're not a member of the union, or the union members cannot have the money taken directly out of their paycheck. They actually got to pay their dues, by writing a check. Interesting comments from the judge on this. So we'll talk to Brad about that coming up in the final hour of the show. And in Ohio, two stories out of the Ohio Capital Journal that have really caught my attention. The Ohio Senate budget, in a surprise move from Republicans as the budget comes close to getting resolved in Ohio, have now called for asset tests for poor Ohioans who are seeking food stamps. Asset tests. What it means is if you have too much stuff, you don't get your food stamps, including savings. In fact, they're saying the Republicans are proposing in the budget that if you're a food stamp recipient, you can't save money. Don't save any money. If you save money, if you got a little savings account over there for emergencies, then you don't get to eat. It's disgusting is what it is. We'll talk about that coming up later on as well. I got a lot of good stuff on my mind. Hopefully I'll get a chance to get it all out. Maybe you've got some things on your mind. Get them to me at 304-214-1600. Let's head to the news desk. ABC has information for us now as the Watchdog Morning Show continues.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News.
Alrighty.